When we talk of ocean liner levels of luxury, the long wheelbase S-Class has always been up there. But this S680, well, it ups the ante, not only because it comes in the Night Series edition, but also because it has a V12 under the hood. While it is essentially the same as the S Maybach, this Night Series gets a few special extras like the dual-tone onyx black and Mojave silver paint, rose gold elements in the headlamps, dark metallic chrome elements in the grille, and 20-inch wheels with Maybach spokes. On the inside, it's a world of opulence. With this Night Series, what you get is this lovely herringbone wood pattern on the dash with these subtle aluminium strips that run through it. You get a central console area with glossy piano black, which has the Maybach logo embossed on it. That too is nice and subtle, but you can see it. You get a wood and leather steering wheel. You get the quilted seats. The same pattern that is here is on the back of the front seats. You get Night Series branding on the door sills. You get high pile carpets. It definitely is a world of luxury in here. On the feature front, there is a laundry list of features to spoil you and keep you safe. And while the ambient lighting looks really cool, it's active, so when you want to change lanes, it flashes warnings just to let you know that there's something behind you. Take a look at your rear view mirrors before you change those lanes. I think the first thing that strikes you once you shut the doors and close this cabin and get going is the silence in the cabin. It just leaves the world outside and it feels extremely refined. And I love the 3D look in the instrument cluster, which may not be visible to the camera, but it has this kind of floating effect, which is quite cool. Now this is a Maybach, and normally I'd be in the rear seat because that's the place to be, but this 680 has a V12 under the hood, which has 612 HP, 900 Nm of torque, so when you put your foot down, all that 900 Nm does kick in and it feels really nice and strong. But power is never delivered in an aggressive manner. It comes in a gradual, progressive manner. After all, this is a car that's all about comfort and luxury and refinement. And this V12 has always enough power on tap. Just gentle dabs of the throttle bring up enough power for overtakes. In fact, the whole drive experience in this is just effortless. You have a variety of modes, the Maybach mode being the most comfortable. Comfort, of course, for your regular drives. Then you have Sport, when you want a little bit more pep in your step. And then, of course, if you're fussy, then you have Individual, because then you can set the performance, the suspension, the steering to suit your needs. You can actually fine-tune it. The steering is really well calibrated, so when you're in city traffic and you're nipping in and out of the traffic gaps, it feels nice and light. But when you're out on a long stretch of road, cruising on the highway, it weighs up well, giving you a good amount of confidence. And one of the good things about this car is the rear axle steering. It's the long wheelbase and it's rather large, but the way it handles U-turns is pretty incredible. It feels like a car of a much smaller size. Now, this is a large car. It is the long wheelbase, and we sometimes get to speed breakers that are more mountains then speed breakers. But you can raise the car so you access it through the settings. And voila. The experience behind the wheel is certainly tempting enough for me to stay here, but it's time to hop into the back seat of the Maybach. Now, this is the place to be. It is the Maybach. The back seat is where it all happens. This is the long wheelbase. You get 180 millimeters more of space, and as you can see, there is ample and more leg room over here at the back, and the seat is extremely comfortable. But with this night edition, what you get is the first class suite package for the back seat, which means at the touch of a button, you fold away the front seat, and slowly your leg rest unfurls and you stretch out in what is really first class comfort. And yes, while you're traveling first class, there is just about everything to pamper you. I have the screen in front of me on which I can watch something. I have a tablet on which I can use all the controls. I have my wireless charger at hand over here. I have a whole host of massage functions to spoil me, which I can choose from. There's seat ventilation. And if all of that still doesn't float your boat, there's also a fridge back here where you can cool your champagne. And there are 2 champagne flutes as well. I don't have the champagne, but I can show you the flutes. So yes, pampering is what this back seat is all about. It is super comfortable in this back seat, and these marshmallow soft pillows just add to that comfort. It is ultra luxury travel back here, and even the ride quality. You do want the driver to switch it into Maybach mode when you're in the back, because you get that soft, plush, pillowy ride. And for the most part, it is extremely, extremely comfortable. However, a big pothole or a deep rut does catch it out, and you do feel the thud. Now, this is a Mercedes-Maybach S class that not only lifts the level of pampering, but is also much more enjoyable behind the wheel. Like they say, all good things come at a price, and the price tag for this one is 3.48 crores.